I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me now is Matt Taglia, Senior Director of Emerson College Polling. Matt, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
President Trump has officially made it to his first 100 days in office. And this milestone really feels like a good time to give the country a pulse check, see how they think that the president's doing, what they feel so far about Trump 2.0. So to start off the conversation, what's President Trump's job approval rating now as we sit here after the first 100 days?
Yeah, Brittany. So after the first 100 days, the country is split. So 45% approve of Donald Trump's job performance as president, 45% disapprove, and then we've got 10% who are neutral, have no opinion. Now that's down from 47% approval since March during our 50-day poll, and a bit of a steady slide since inauguration. We had him up quite a bit in January, and so now he's sitting at near even numbers. So, I don't think that this is necessarily bad news for President Trump. I know that it's a little bit higher than some of the other polls that have come out for the 100 days, but it is not the positive trajectory that the president might want to see.
Yeah, you definitely in the last 3 months, you don't want to see a trend line going down over your approval. But what do the numbers look like when you break it down by demo?
Yeah, and I think we see it's very much partisan. So Democrats overwhelmingly disapprove of the president's job performance. Republicans overwhelmingly approve. But when you look at independents, 36% approve and 44% disapprove. I think that that is a bit telling. I know that they do form a little bit smaller core of the electorate than the highly partisan voters. But for those middle of the road voters out there, they don't necessarily like what they're seeing from President Trump.
I know that we are in a really interesting spot right now because it's Trump 2.0, like we've been saying, but we had this 4-year break, a 4-year Biden break between President Trump's first term and now. So people have gotten a taste of President Trump for 4 years before. Do people think that he's doing a better than expected or worse than expected job this time around?
Yeah, and a plurality of folks say that Trump is doing a worse than expected job. So 43% say that he's doing worse than they expected. That's an increase of 7 points since our March 50-day poll. So, I think that it's clear, that trajectory is definitely coming down. I think once you look at some of the policy positions of Trump and the Trump administration, you can see why that may be the case, especially when you look at the economy and tariffs in particular.